Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to season 2 of MK Enterprises. We are here with an amazing episode. Christian, also known as Big Vincenz.
Big Vinch.
Big Vincenz.
No way.
Is that? No. How are you, boys?
Good,
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for
Thank
coming
you
fucking
for-
across half of Melbourne.
Yeah, fuck. Missions, man. Missions.
Bro,
That's
we've,
all right, man.
we've both been keeping a really good eye on your content. Like, I don't know about Karim, but I've seen your stuff since when you had
Bro.
4,000 followers. And
Oh, that's awesome that
Yeah.
you say that. Like, I had some. I had some come up to me saying, "Oh, I was the first 50 followers."
Yeah, that's
and when I heard that, I was like, "Wow, that's come here, brother. Give me a hug." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously seeing how you've progressed over the last, it's been so quick too. Like, what's it been, you reckon? What, a month, 2 months?
Oh, look, I would say in the last month, 2 months, it's just gone crazy.
Crazy.
And I know that's most likely due to me jumping onto Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I went onto Instagram and I had one of the videos went off. I don't know if it was the Gino one. Well, I know the Gino, the old guy. Yeah, that one went crazy. I think it's just gone crazy. And I love it. It's good that everyone's getting around it. And
Oh, it's great. It's great. And then obviously, I mean, us seeing, especially myself, seeing you go from that 4, hitting 10 and then
Now
12
to 20.
and 13 then 14 and now you're closing on 20 and
Yeah.
in that time frame I was like, oh fuck, we have to get him on. We have
so
to have
that's
a chat.
Instagram, are you saying?
Yeah, Instagram,
Okay.
sorry, not
Yeah,
TikTok,
yeah,
Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I mean, most of our content is Instagram based anyway. So I was like, fuck, all right, we got to get him on. We're going to have a chat. We're going to see what happened. What's going on?
Do you
Where was it born?
Especially on social media, it's like you usually find on TikTok, it's very easy for people to blow up. It's actually a little bit harder to blow up on Instagram. So for you to grow that quickly on Instagram is huge. Because usually on TikTok, it's like one video and that's it.
But so that never happened with me.
Really?
That's never ever. So when I started TikTok, that's when they changed apparently the algorithm, because before COVID, apparently they were doing you could easily just put a random video, and it would blow up over 1 million views.
Yeah.
But when I was obviously looking into it, they changed the way the algorithm, and it'd be a lot harder to blow up your
On
videos.
TikTok.
On TikTok.
Yeah.
But see, when I started on TikTok, it was I was being me, but it was no Big Vincenz. But I was just doing a lot of I love Joel Vardy.
Yeah.
So I was doing a lot of reenactments of him, and then he contacted me saying, "Look, I love you. How you reenacting my videos. Can you keep doing it?" And I'll post it, and he invited me to his show.
Wow, that's sick.
wow.
That's even so nice. The fact that he didn't get butthurt about it. Go,
No.
hey, bro, stop doing it.
He wanted me. He
Well done.
kept telling me to keep doing it, and he wanted so he could post it, and he's like, I really want you down at my show, and I love he was my idol since I was little. So I said, yeah, of course. So went there, and then obviously there comes a point where I can't obviously. Joel Vardy's Joel Vardy.
Yeah, 100%.
So and then this Big Vincenz sort of came about.
That's crazy. So I guess one thing we do want to obviously touch on, and we like to touch on with people, is sort of your backstory. So what were you doing before you did your first video? What was the mindset there? Were you planning to just get big? Was it more of a... And in most cases, it's actually not planned.
Yeah,
it just happens. So, run us...
Yeah, okay. So, I was probably in a bit of a low point when I started TikTok. So I was freshly out of a relationship that I was engaged.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I felt like I was pretty lost at that point in my life. And COVID just hit, so it was all like isolation. So I was in my new home that we got by myself.
Fuck, that would have sucked.
Yeah, so it was me trying to sort of find myself, and TikTok came along, and I could actually I just found comfort in
Joy.
being able to create, being who I am, and it took my mind off a lot of things. That's pretty much where I was at when I first started TikTok.
And TikTok was first, obviously, yeah?
Yeah, TikTok was my first.
Yeah.
I have, for me to get where I am now, I've gone through a bit of a journey in my life. Yeah.
as we all do.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and that's where I find I actually, and it's amazing because I am now seeing how loved I am. But when I first started, I thought that I was no point in me even being in this life.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how. Oh yeah. So I was from one
extreme,
From one extreme to the other. Yeah.
To another, and it's just like, wow, just how the divine works, I believe.
Holy shit. And it's like, it's so cool that you say that. It almost started as like a bit of almost like not therapy, but a way to pull away from the world and be
100%.
happy and just escape for a little bit. And then again, something you just found joy in, and now it's something you almost do full time, and it's like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah. And it makes people happy, and that's my main.
Yeah. And it's funny that how that works, 'cause a lot of people say, like, I believe in this too, it's you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you try and give to people without you feeling good? So you naturally were trying to make yourself feel better to fill your own cup, and in return, it naturally filled other people's cups, and that just goes around and around.
100%, man. Yeah, and it made me feel worthy, made me feel like there is a point of me living. Because I honestly, I felt so alone, just through everything in my life, growing up. And it was just came to that point where,
I think that's a really big mental thing that a lot of people go through. It's like you hit like one point, so like you and your ex-partner broke up at the time, but then naturally as humans we're very like negative.
Yeah.
So then you'll think about something that happened when you're like 11 years old, or something
100%.
that happened to a grandparent, and we start blaming ourselves for all of these
100%.
things, and we just dig this really deep hole. We go, all right, well, nothing's enough now.
100%, brother, 100%. But I guess it wasn't even the breakup that really hit that. So like,
I mean, you had fucking COVID as well.
Yeah,
that did not help at all.
I was actually, and I'll mention this because I think it's important for if anyone else is going through anything. But I actually had like a gambling addiction.
Yep.
Where
Just quickly, I just want to say, well done for fucking saying that out loud. Bro.
Yeah, and like,
it's a hard thing to do, bro.
It is.
Well done, man.
And I just feel like it is. I don't want to. Obviously, I wouldn't have said it a long time because I feel like people would, they judge me. But I'm so happy within myself and what I've achieved since my recovery, that I feel it's necessary to show people that you can get out of that. So yeah, I went through a really dark path. And
is this after?
No, this is while I was with.
Okay, your ex. Yeah, okay.
And and that all obviously
had an effect.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't blame her for doing whatever she, it is what it is. But that's where it hit that point where I was like, wow, what am I doing in this life? Am I even worthy? And yeah, it was awesome. And for me to be able to grow up, and that's what it is really, growing up.
That's what it gets to though. And that's the hardest point as well is, and I think with a lot of people who go through their shit as well is, like, what am I worth? Like, you've got this life in front of you, and as soon as that question's asked, like what am I worth? What, like, what am I to society? But as soon as you find that why, or you find that coping mechanism, whether it is the videos or outlet or not, it's just it's all uphill from there.
Definitely.
It's good that you did sort of bring this up actually too, because obviously we want to have a bit of a laugh later and just a general chat too, but we're a personal development podcast, so I know a lot of people. So it's massive. So I know a lot of people that, have been through that situation, and the other thing too, we have to practice on is gratitude as well.
100%.
We all have roofs over our heads. We all have family members most of us have family members that, are there for us, and, we're healthy and stuff like that too. So, but yeah, it's good. Thank you for sharing that.
If you were to tell someone who is going through a similar thing, let's just use it loosely here. Let's say somebody's in a dark place at the moment.
Yeah.
How would you tell them? What would you tell them to help them see light at the end of the tunnel? Because as you know, it's like you don't see light.
You
it's
don't.
Just this dark tunnel. I can't see anything ahead. Like, nothing's worth it. I don't want to work. I don't want to fucking do anything.
Yeah, I've been there.
What do you tell yourself to go now? Like, just one more day of pushing.
It's a day at a time. But it is a day at a time. And you do have to realise that. But you need to see, with me, and not everyone's like that. I found, I created a connection, there's a high, I believe in God and that. And I believe when he helped me through my whole journey. So when I went and actually was in that space, I grew to him a lot quicker. So, but if someone that doesn't have
There you
their,
go. Fuck, there he
There
is.
he is.
Look at that
Wow.
light.
That is
Wow,
nuts.
there you go.
That's great, yeah. Yeah, I know, this is my mate.
We
He's
go way
raised my
back.
boy.
Moon got, yeah, Moon got away with it. Nah, so there's always going to be, you need to sort of find something. There's got to be something in your life.
Your why.
Yeah, and if you can't, you just need to keep grinding it out because honestly, like, when I used to hear people say that, I still wouldn't believe it. And you know, there's light at the end of the end of the tunnel, and you need to find the people that love you unconditionally.
Wow.
Honestly, and that's where I found was really important. Because obviously, what I did a lot of, you know, destruction within every family, everywhere. But what helped me is the unconditional love from, you know, my mum and my sister and my grandparents and, you know, my relatives. So,
Yeah, go on.
Something I've been learning about is like the psychology of behavioral change. And it's like sometimes we need to have a bigger reason outside of ourselves. Sometimes as much as we say, like, you know, if I'm doing it for me, I'll make it work. It's sometimes if you're trying to prove a point or somebody believes, like, yeah, your mum and your sister believe in you, you know, fuck, like, I have to make this change for them now.
yeah.
I've got to make the money for them. I've
Yeah,
got to
make them proud.
Let them know that, you know what, I actually can fight this and I will get over this. It's actually for them. So, like you said, having a why that's outside of yourself that drives you forward is huge.
And I know people say, oh, you don't do it for others, you need to do it for yourself. And the way I think is that it doesn't matter who you're doing it for, as long as you're doing it and it's going to get you to that space. Doesn't matter if you're doing it to, say, prove a point to someone else. You're still doing it.
Everyone's motivation is different.
Yeah, it's a motivation. And no matter how you're doing it, because in your head, that's what's going to get you there. And you need to, like, I highly believe that. So if you feel like you're got to do it to prove to someone, do it. Do it and say, I'm doing it to prove to that person. Not because someone's saying, nah, but you shouldn't be doing it to prove to someone. You need to prove it to yourself. Just do it. Anyway, you'll get there.
100%.
So,
So going back to obviously that patch in your life,
Yep.
you know, and then you started making videos. What was it about you making the videos that do you think that was like, oh yeah,
Feel that void. It makes you feel good.
I feel good doing this.
I don't know. I've always loved, like, I'm a character. So,
Like class clown.
I think we all were.
Yeah, I think most wogs are, let's be honest. So, I don't know. No, I just always loved that, having a laugh, taking the piss, this, that. And I don't know. It's just, I have got an also creative mindset. So,
Your videos definitely show that.
100%.
We watch them like, bro, where did you get this video from?
so
this
fucking
song and
talented.
this random fucking...
Mate, we edit videos and seeing your videos
like,
like
what the fuck?
and it's crazy. Like, if so, that's what people, because everyone's like, how do you do that? And it's like, if you actually see what I work
Goes
with and
in.
create, and then create, it's crazy. And I'm proud of myself for that.
It is, it's
100%.
fucking hard, bro.
Yeah,
Editing
it's
is
not
hard,
easy.
bro.
It'll take me hours some night. And I was telling someone on the weekend, like, and it gets, you know, like, I can get up so upset because I would spend, say, I work full time. So I would be at work from 6:30, get home at like 5. And so I've got like a little spam to try and work something out. And I'll spend, let's say, 4 hours or something and it won't work. And I'll just get so frustrated because it's not to how I want it. And I'm like, what a waste that was. And then I'd have to go back to it the next day. Or the app would just start freezing and all that.
Oh, fucking hate that.
Oh, I was so angry one night. And I was like, you know what? I'm turning everything off. I'm going to sleep. Start again tomorrow.
Fresh day, that's it.
Yeah, fresh day.
Well, I reckon we delve into the whole social media as well.
100%.
So obviously we know what got you doing the videos.
Yeah.
So that was just obviously you'd started as, you know, you started
Sort
making
of,
them and
yeah.
then just
Yeah.
for yourself and then they
Yeah,
just,
that's right. It was just, there was no intention of wanting to be, you know,
Someone famous or-
No, that's not me. I'm very to myself. But yeah, how it made me feel and feeling that love, it was just pretty much seeing other people have so much joy and it's families messaging me. We share your videos between our whole family, our group chats, for me, like they're nodding ears. One guy's like, my nonna loves you. Like that to me, I was like, yeah, I got to keep going. I got to keep doing this. It's bringing a lot of joy to people.
The thing I don't, and even someone in your position, in our position, the thing you don't like, you sort of, it goes past your social media, is the actual network. So like how many people are seeing it.
Yeah, I always forget.
But I'll tell you now that I've got a friend who's one of the main players in the Melbourne Victory team.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with your shit.
Yeah.
And the whole team. All of Melbourne Victory watch your shit in the dressing
awesome.
room.
That's awesome. See, I love hearing that.
Like, you know, it's shit like that.
Well, I had Archie Thompson was like in a few of my videos.
Shit. Yeah.
I've had a few footballers DM me wanting to catch up and all that. Yeah. So it's crazy. You don't realise who's actually
the extent of the network.
100%.
We were having a chat before because we were looking at some of our data, and it's like, we think, a few thousand people saw this reel. It's like, we think like, 3,000, let's say, or 5,000 views is like shit. But fuck, if you had 5,000 people standing in front of you,
100%.
Let alone fucking 30, 40,000 that you...
Think about how many people that is, bro. Holy shit.
Like 40,000 people. That's fucking, what's that? That's more than Margaret Court.
That's like a full MCG.
That's almost like Eddie. I don't know. He's called
Eddie. Eddie had 60,000.
Yeah.
Like fuck.
Which a lot of them do hit that. And it's like fuck. That's a full stadium watching Big Vincenz. You know what I mean?
Like holy shit. Yeah. So sometimes we get too caught up in the literature. We don't actually realize how much of a positive impact we're having.
100%. And actually, my sister, my brother-in-law mentioned that to me. He goes and he's like, you don't understand the effect or the value that you've got how many people are watching this. You don't. I know you do. You don't. I don't see that because it's so a norm to me just to keep going.
You know what it is? It's also the fact that there's more and more influencers popping up or whatever. So for an example, we'll look at, let's say Troy Candy as an example. He's got 500,000 followers.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
500,000. So 500,000 people or
That's
something like that. That's a lot of people. So we look at that. We think like that's the standard.
100%.
So you look at yourself and you go, I've only got 17K or 20K.
And
we think that's small, but it's like, fuck, 20,000 fucking people. That's a lot of people, man.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just what you compare to.
Organically, too.
Yeah. But that's the thing I find. It's not from a one video that went viral.
It's just gradually.
It's actually genuine followers that are following Vincenz because they love Vincenz.
You actually build the community.
I love how you love how you've created a narrative too. There's just the narrative is what's half of it as well. Like family members coming in as well.
It's Vincenz, man. And like I went to the Italia festival 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And the festival itself, like it's gone down. So they don't have it at Logon Street anymore.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, it's just so I went there at the start. Then we left, and we went and got something to eat. Went back, and it was like all it took was like one person to come up to me for everyone to feel really comfortable. Then next minute, my mum feel like she was my manager all of a sudden. So she's there and she's like, yeah, just wait here, and they're all going up, and then they're like, my mum, she said, oh, Christian, so, and they're like, Christian? Who's Christian? She's like, like, oh, we thought it was Vincenz. And it was like, they were like, what?
Where did Vincenz come from?
So TikTok just brought out this TikTok story. So when that happened, I had a Snapchat I sent my boys. And it was of the rego. I saw the registration, Vincenz.
Yeah, there was the Audi, wasn't it?
Yeah. Which now is an alcohol. People, I saw the Vincenz. So, and I did no way. Is that Big Vincenz? Nah, couldn't be. Is it? No, Macarena the Vincenz. So then I grabbed that post and I'm like, I'll put it on the story for a laugh. And from that, it just created this Vincenz. And I didn't know what to... Because everyone's wanted... They're like, we want Vincenz. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? Go get the guy from the... like, I don't know what they're wanting. I'm like, it was the car that I saw. Yeah. But they constant. We want Vincenz. We want to say Vincenz. So I created Vincenz for him.
Yeah, so when I first saw the video, I thought, like, Vincenz was an actual person that, like, was just like a public figure, and you had just seen him.
I just saw a red Joe.
Like I had no idea. I thought it was an actual person. That's probably why.
But now a lot of people don't, because that's so long ago. people are now catching on to Vincenz, so they don't even realise that that's why. So they just feel like, yeah, that's Vincenz.
But Vincenz is like that's such a traditional Italian name.
Yeah.
Like if I was a Greek in the car and I saw a number plate of like Vasily or something,
Yeah,
like
100%.
fuck, big Vasily, like shit like that.
100%, bro.
But yeah, I mean, so that's
So when I saw Vincenz, I was like, fuck, no way, you know?
And just like the voice just matches it so perfectly. It's
Yeah.
like the perfect old school Italian voice.
Yeah, but it's like us young
Yeah,
ones.
Yes, yeah.
You know, and that's what I had.
but just amplified, I reckon.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
more
yeah.
amplified.
It's a little bit exaggerated. It's fucking hectic.
yeah, it's the best. I love it.
What was the? Because we sort of just touched on it before about the actual. What was the? Was there one video that blew up,
More
or
than
was
others?
Was it just?
Was it that video? Was it the Vincenz
No,
video?
so that Vincenz video didn't even really like. I think it's got only like, but it's got like 5,000 likes.
Yeah.
Like I had a few. I can't remember. I don't really look at the views, but that wasn't. And that's what I find so funny is that it went so like viral that everyone was onto this like the sound as well.
Yeah.
that's what it was. There was I think 1,000 or I think over 1,000 people used that sound. On for their videos, so like for if it was either a lot of car videos, like
Yeah.
Vans is that.
Oh, you're right. I did see fucking a few of those. Like, Big
heaps.
Vincenz.
Yeah, like all of a sudden Vincenz was a VN Commodore, fucking a VS Calais.
That is excellent.
So that's and I think that's what just grew it. But I think my most viral is random. It was like just about the Hume Highway. When it was like the don't assume Hume. Like you don't assume that you're going to get home in time, you know, because there's always some,
Always.
So like that one went crazy. That was like 40,000 likes or something.
And then you obviously got stuck into the videos of the narrative.
So yeah,
Vincenz.
that just sort of,
And Jovan.
oh, what a story this is.
Oh, right. Yeah. Fuck, how did that, like, it's just so, I'm just so curious.
So it started off just Vincenz, like, I don't know, I just did I started doing a voice recording of my voice on some videos of like me going to a club or whatever. And then it grew to like a lot of people like that. And then it grew to me just I just would see videos of, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I could use that.
Incorporate that.
Yeah, I can incorporate that. So I'd save everything. And then I came across Javan. Like I was just on, his name's on, I don't know, to be honest, I think it's Eunice.
Yeah, that's
Eunice,
his
yeah,
his
his
TikTok
Yeah,
name,
he's from
And
Morocco.
he's French.
Oh,
But
he's
he's
French.
but he speaks Arabic.
He's
and
French
it's like,
Arabic, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
He's weird. But he's just at the. So when I saw him in that train station, and he came out with like that cut sleeve.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And he went like, oh no, the way he walked, I said, nah, I've got to use this guy. Like, he's one of the boys. Like, that's a Jovan.
Yeah,
Like-
that's Vincenz's cousin.
Yeah, that's my bestie. You know what I mean? Me and Jovan went way back. So I'm like, all right. So I did that. So I did a video of him and then, the scarps because I saw his shoes and I was like, he's wearing jeans with his scarps, like his shoes and a shirt. I was like, oh, show me where you bought your scarps, Jovan. And then he starts walking. I thought it was so fucking funny. And then
Fucking a lot of other people did it.
Yeah.
But see, this is the best part. It's like, I feel like there's not a lot of content creators or influencers that have this much fun in creating their
Yeah.
content.
Yeah,
That's so
I agree.
It's like they just do it purely
And it's
for the
reflective.
algorithm or whatever. It's like you're
Bro,
sitting there laughing
I
at your
laugh.
phone, fucking making your own video.
Bro, there's so many that I think are hilarious. And then then from that, Javan became part of Vincenz. But the thing is, so many people think that me and him are best mates.
Yeah.
And it's hard to, because I'll get emails, people wanting me
Does he know that you've used some of his
Yeah,
stuff?
well, I tag him now, but he's probably that big, man.
Yeah.
Like he probably gets that many tags.
He's at like just under 5 million followers
Yeah,
on TikTok.
like-
I reckon it'll get done, mate.
I reckon eventually he's going to get onto
Yeah.
it, and just like Alphonse did.
Yeah.
So that's a story and a half there. I don't know if you want me to talk about.
Yeah,
the
100%.
Yeah, we'll
So-
go for it.
I think it was maybe 2 weeks after I started using Alphonse.
The dad character.
So Javan's dad.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So which his
was
dad,
it Big Collion's Alphonse?
Big Collion's Alphonse. So it was good because I got everyone sort of involved to sort of find this, because I just I was actually at work on lunch, and I better say on lunch.
Like, I didn't know that.
and I saw this video with him with his shiny red straps, and he was leaning against his car like some big chuchu pasuchu, you know what I mean? So and I was like, fuck, he looks like Javon. I got to use him as the dad. So then I got everyone involved. Like, what's his name? So in that, I had like 300, 400 comments on that video within, I think it was 5 hours, 6 hours. It was overnight. And I couldn't go through all. I've got to go work. And so my sister messaged me. She's like, I've gone through 250 or 300 of the comments for you. These are the ones. I'm like, oh, thanks, Shish. Oh, that's awesome. So she did, she was helping me out. And then because I've got to obviously find them. Well, how I do it is it's got to be a name that I can keep it. I can rhyme to, sort of. Like, I'm like the rhyme kumpari, So the Collion, Big Collion's Alphonse, Marons, it's Alphonse, Giovanni Modandi, it's,
it rolls off the tongue, yeah.
I got it, because I've got it, yeah. So, and it's funny, So, there was a lot of names, but I felt Alphonse would fit. Anyway, so 2 weeks later, I will wake up at like 5 o'clock, and I see this email, and it had like, it was some American solicitor, this for Fabrizio, and my heart,
it was like getting sued.
I thought that's it, $500 million lawsuit here. When I opened up the email, it was about 5 pages.
This guy was like,
fucking solicitors, man.
I jumped on my Instagram. I didn't even read it. I jumped on my Instagram, archived all the videos, and like my heart was pumping, and I just went straight to the email, replied like, me from Melbourne, hey bro, all good. All good. Just got rid of all your videos, and I won't feature you in any more videos. 2 minutes later, I get another email. I don't think you actually read the email. They go, Fabrizio actually wants you to use him. He loves your videos. Can you just tag him in it? I said, why do you say that when you're at 5 pages?
Fucking table of contents. Fucking.
Give me article here. I've got anxiety now that I
This guy's heart's beating over his ass and
There's no
shit.
need for that. So I'm like, yeah, sweet, man. So then I archived them all, and I
Tagged this bloke, let's go.
Tagged Fabrizio. He was all happy, J'd up. Yeah, he put them all in all his stories.
Put another email through.
Yeah. And then he goes, and now he's friends with me and everything. Like, he loves my videos. It's crazy.
That's nuts.
So yeah, and I have a lot of Americans now, American people wanting to.
Well, I reckon it's funny because your audience, obviously, like, you're hitting the American.
Yeah.
I know in New York there's a massive Italian culture.
Yeah.
Huge.
Love it.
Ethnics as well in general.
Yeah.
But a lot of my friends who, you're also hitting that general ethnic thing because Greeks,
a lot of
Greeks love it. I know Greeks
but
love
even
it.
Aussies, man. That's what I am loving at the moment, to be honest. When I've got like some Australian, some Ryan, some Brian coming up to me saying Vincenz for much. I was like, nah, is this guy serious? I love it. Like, it's like I've brought that Italian or that wokeness to the Aussies.
That's gold.
Like, I'm getting that.
That's hard to do, bro.
No one's done it. No. I don't think anyone's done it.
They're a hard population to crack, bro.
Do you tell me in 10 years ago that you could tell an Australian that he was going to walk around saying Vincenz, fromage? Who's going to say that?
Oh,
so, I love it, but yeah, it's good that everyone's enjoying.
Nah, it really is. And again, me and my friend from work as well, we love it. We watch it and shit.
A lot of shares. That's what I'm finding.
Yeah, a lot of the shares.
A lot of shares. Like, I'm sometimes getting more shares than my likes almost. Like, it's just, the shares are going crazy.
Because people will like start watching, like, this is funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to send this to my mate.
Oh, send it, 100%. And the shares are what's most important because that's
how you reach more people.
That's how you reach more people.
I was actually reading, though, that it's like engagement in terms of likes has dropped across the board, though.
It has.
Like,
my TikTok's gone. I don't know what's happened. It's like TikTok's now like cut at me because of Instagram. But ever since Instagram, my TikTok doesn't want a bar of it. It's so weird, and they keep banning a lot of the videos that I don't understand why the
community guidelines and shit.
It's the same as what I put on Instagram, and Instagram's fine. It's just
Instagram's become a lot more slack in that regard, though. Like they just let you.
I think it's good.
Whatever. Yeah, it is.
I really do because some of the stuff that I'm getting banned on, and I don't know if they do that because someone's complained. So
Usually
how
it
does it
is.
work? Is that like as soon as someone complains, I'll just straight away ban
No,
it
I
until...
think it's. I actually think it's the issues like they've incorporated AI. So if it
Yeah.
picks up anything at all minutely,
Yeah,
it'll
they'll
then
just
report you.
Yeah, okay.
That's
And
why,
then-
like, even sorry,
No, that's all right.
even like when COVID was a thing, some
Okay,
people,
I appreciate that.
like when like COVID was a thing, they wouldn't even write the word COVID on
Yeah,
their
'cause they
stories
just-
because the AI would pick it up and ban it. So they'd write like
Which makes me
CO fucking whatever.
Yeah,
and like half spell it.
That's right.
So I think it's sort of the same thing. So if it picks up on a certain word or whatever,
Or like, I don't know, the car doing a burnout, which I just really don't understand how it works. Because there's so many videos you see of the same thing and it's like... But anyway.
I want to touch on the characters because
Yeah.
I think that plays a massive part to the whole thing.
Yeah, it does.
I know, like people always like, oh fuck, other family members, or you know, how you incorporated the dad and
Yep.
Javan and everyone.
And Teresa, I don't know,
And
Tata
Teresa,
Teresa.
yeah, Tata
Oh, yeah.
Teresa. And then you got Miss Bella.
Oh, little Miss Bella.
Little Miss Bella.
Oh, fuck. She's a machine, that one.
She's a fucking she's a
Yeah.
weapon. Firstly, one of the most questions asked from our audience too, because obviously we'd sent
Yep.
some people knew that we're having you on, is the voices. Who does the voices?
Yeah, it's crazy. Everyone, I do them. So
All
it's all
of
me.
them.
It's all me.
What about the female ones?
All me.
Really?
So yeah, obviously I don't, try to put on a girl voice. But it's all an effect that I use.
So when you go when you do all those Miss Bella ones, that's
that's all me recording and then
fuck,
add an effect to it.
add change the voice effect. So it's really creative, like me just being creative and
So you're literally the masterpiece behind
I am
the voices,
everything. I do everything.
Fuck, that's massive, man. That is
Yeah,
massive.
I've had no help with anything. Everything's me.
And what about actual editing the videos? Did you self-learn that yourself?
Self-learned it.
That's
yeah.
what I was just gonna say. Like, obviously, we do it
Yeah.
for ourselves, for both our businesses. It's
Yeah.
like people don't realize how long it takes to do. Like, bro, a 30-40 second reel. Let's say you recorded a 3-minute video of you talking some shit.
Yeah.
At least half an hour. At least as a
Easy.
minimum.
Mate, and that's not even like me having to create a scene,
Yeah.
ambience, the idea of, and then how's this story gonna be? What's the what's gonna be the main the core effect out of it?
100%.
So it's just me being creative, and that can take me. I'm telling you, like some can take me not long, maybe an hour. And then some can take me 2 days.
But then, like you said, there you go. Like, you think an hour is not long, but people watch that video for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
It's an hour.
Yeah,
Hour.
And
bro.
now it's me just trying to.
Yeah.
It's probably harder for you. I mean, we've got, the podcast.
Yeah.
It's already recorded. We don't have to go out of our way to record things based
think
on
of
that
something.
video and then think of something too. And then we just chop and edit. And that, like, again,
You've got the whole create. Like, you've got almost like a movie to create.
I've got to create this little short
So who said
film,
this?
let's say.
Okay, so Javan said this. How does Vincenz reply?
100%.
It's like, fuck.
Then how's he going to
What's that? And then you got to cut that video.
Cut.
When do the girls come in? It's like there's cutting. There's
And
like
it's a different app for the voice. So I'll have to grab that, put it on a different app, do the voice. Then the music. How do I do the music? Can't on that app. I can't. I can't fade and do this and do that. So then I'll just save the voice recordings. Go back to that app. Get the music.
Oh, it's a head fuck.
I'm telling you, like
this is actually one that came up a lot. People ask, where does Vincenz get his music from? It's fucking hectic.
Oh,
Mate, I
mate,
don't
it's huge.
This is-
Everyone.
Like, he's got the most hectic tunes pumping in his
Christian,
videos.
they want a fucking playlist from you, mate.
I know,
I'm telling
but
you
what
now.
I'll speak because I've met this. That was really.
Sorry, that was my water bottle.
I've just been. I met this guy and we've just been in contact lately, and he was saying, like everyone's going crazy for this. Your music. I said, I don't know, understand, but what do I do? Like I just whatever I find, I'll just download and.
Yeah, but how do you find it? Like
It's consistently the best soundtrack
Hard.
for whatever that fucking
Yeah.
video.
it's
Yeah, I
like
know.
some Italian music and it turns into a hectic banger.
Yeah,
It's like, bro,
I
what
mix.
the-
I do like those ones. I mix myself. Like if it's
like you overlay them.
overlay them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that. So, but a lot of the ones that are just the song that are mixed,
Yeah.
within the whole. I just go SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And I'll just find whatever. I'll just type in whatever, and
I think it would be worthwhile doing a sound.
I think I do. A lot of people say Spotify, but I don't.
No, half the stuff's not on there.
Yeah, I don't.
SoundCloud's better for bangers.
Yeah. So like everyone's like, well, what's your Spotify? What's your and it's not like the amount of time people ask. Like, if I sit there and try to reply every comment saying I don't use Spotify, I use SoundCloud, like I'll just be there. So I understand it's a demand for it.
I think it might just be worth like every time you use a song, just put it into a folder on SoundCloud.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that might be it.
So it's like, because what I do is I've got everything in my likes.
Like I've got a SoundCloud. Obviously, I've got a profile.
Yeah. So it's like
but I don't really manage. Like,
make
I
like
don't-
a playlist. So every time you use of a clip for a video, just put it into like called like Vincenz or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
And then you can just share that link on your socials, and people can just start.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll start doing that, everyone. All right.
He's coming.
I'm coming. You're gonna see a Vincenz playlist. Here.
One thing I'd like to touch on too, obviously you being in, I wouldn't say your early days, but like, you know, you've created all this content, you've got a following now. From the position of then, I'll give you an example. So we had Teddy on our show. Do you know who Teddy is? Ted Stetics?
He does the He does like
You can't change
You
my
can't
mind.
change my mind. Yeah. So we had Teddy on our on our podcast early days, and when we say early days, he only had, I think, 60,000 followers.
Yep.
And then he turned to us and he'd said, "Boys," because we said to him, like, "What's the goal, Teddy? What would you like to do?" And he turned to us and he said, like, "I'd love to hit 80 by next year, and I would love to in the next 5 years do one show."
So I see he wants to do stand up. Okay.
So then he turned. So we literally about a week ago went to his national tour. So he went.
Awesome! Good on him.
Yeah, he did so
And that was
well.
the space of
That was the space
just
of just under 2 years.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
National tour, and he's now sitting at about 380,000 followers.
Yeah, so that's sick.
So that's what I'm trying to get at from your perspective. Do you have anything or that level you'd like to take?
now
it
that
to
you're in
your-
a space.
Yeah.
no pressure.
Look, I've had like people coming up to me asking me the same question.
Yeah.
Like I had some comedian come up to me at the Italian Festival. Was like, "Oh, you know, where you planning on going?" I'm like, "Look, Chich, I have no idea."
Look, Chich. I don't know.
But look, I've got Chich here. I just want to take a photo. You can just hold it on a bit. But nah, he like I honestly have no clue. And look, stand up isn't. I'm not gonna lie, it's not something I'm really into or thinking about. But I am wanting it to grow grow into something that, you know, and it was amazing to hear someone sort of even relate me to that. They said the other day, "You are the new era of Joel Vardy." Like you're like in our era. You're the Joel Vardy, but he does stand up as well.
Did you ever think about maybe doing like, not so much it's a show, but like we have people dress up and stuff, and they do sort of like not a play, but like it'll be you as Vincenz, somebody else dress up as like Giovanni.
Like skits.
Skits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So it's like you sell out shows, but like for skits.
Yeah, 100%. Like stuff like that. Like me just standing up trying to do stand up. I don't know if
I don't think that's everyone's cup of tea, though.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not a off the float.
Yeah.
You know, I might be. I don't know. But it's just not something I really thought about. But who knows what can happen? You know.
I think that's the best way to go about it too. Man.
I'm going with the flow.
Go with the flow. Let it grow. Let it do its thing naturally.
Naturally, that's what it is. Just be
When
natural.
the opportunities come,
As
if
it has
fits.
been.
As it has, and that's what everyone's. So like, you know, I didn't think about money or anything, but obviously that's what is most important. If you go into it not in for,
That's the key.
It's the key, man. It just comes.
Yeah.
It really does, and it keeps you humble.
We started this because people always asked us, like, you know, we've been going for 2 years now, and you know, everyone always comes up to us and asks, "Oh, have you monetized it? Have you monetized it yet?" We say, "Look, we would like to
monetize.
like
Make money out of it.
make money."
Oh,
out of
okay.
it.
So this is how like you aim to all
So
this stuff.
we don't make money off this. We do this purely to provide
That-
value
yeah.
to our
Yeah.
audience.
And that's us
it.
at the moment.
And that's awesome because that will hopefully. And I've watched you guys. You actually did one of my mates from school, Vinny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Vinny
yeah.
Hayes, Vinny
Yeah,
Hayes.
so Vinny Truder.
Did you guys go to the same school?
Yeah, we're the same
fuck,
year
you're
level.
kidding.
Wow.
Sweet.
There you
Same
go.
class. Yeah. So,
They're doing well. So
oh, mate, I'm so proud of them. Like I don't know age, but I know Vinny, and like seeing him, what he's achieved, mate, all the best for him. He deserves it all. He's so mind driven, and yeah, he's so so it's good to seeing you do things that you love, and it'll eventually
pay off. Pays itself off.
And once you get to that point anyway where you've grown and you're continuing to grow, you find that, again, naturally things just come to you and you've got sort of power there to do really what you want and how you want to do it anyway.
Yeah. You create this brand, and that's what it's a brand now, almost.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Vincenz is a brand.
Yeah, it is. It literally is.
Yeah, so
I saw. Are you doing hoodies now or something?
Well, so I've had a few people contact me, but that's a thing, and I think I want to do it on my own.
Yeah.
Because I want to have complete control of everything.
Smart as well.
So I think there's a few good things in the pipelines.
Beautiful, love to hear it.
So eventually I don't want to.
We're super excited.
Yeah,
I cannot wait to see it.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
All right, quickly. There's a few more things, and we'll just.
This is where we're gonna start having some fun.
Yeah, we'll start having some fun. So. We call this segment sort of like a Vincenz dictionary. So for people who don't know, because I had an Italian mate. I was like, what the fuck does formaggio even mean? He turns around, I was like, what? I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
So we put together a few words that you do use often, and then either they might not necessarily what they translate to, but what they mean.
But what Vincenz terms.
Vincenz terms.
Because the terms I use is what me and my mates have just grown up, and it ends up altering to not even being almost like it's Italian.
Yeah.
But it's like it's slang or it's So that's fine. Go.
First word up is the word formaggio.
Formaggio. So the Italian term is like it's cheese.
I heard that. I was like, what the fuck? But it's brilliant.
Yeah. And the formaggio, and I actually did a video on it. So the meaning of formaggio is the way how it came about is, so like the girls have guys, salami, Yeah. But what do we don't have anything to say about the girls, and we don't want to use bread because that's boring. Yeah. So what goes nice with that is a fromage, cheese, and there's a big wide selection of different cheeses, and so I think that's how it came. And just kept going, and it sounds good.
It flows so well.
In Vincenz's dictionary, formaggio is girls.
Girls. Correct. Yeah. Sorry.
No. I love the backstory. We needed that. I needed to fucking know
understand why it got to that.
I can't even say that next one, cuz.
Oh, this is forgive me, I'm not Italian.
Is that the shoes one?
Scapini.
I say scapini. So scarpe is shoes.
Yeah.
So but it says scaps. Like the scaps. Yeah. So
and shoes that would be worn out.
So it's like correct.
Wog tappers.
So you could, the wog tappers, those dressy, the crocodile, even the crocodile skin. Remember those ones with the white, those full white ones, like.
Oh my god.
So they're the scaps.
And then you've got obviously bello's pretty straightforward.
Bello, that's just standard bello.
Bello's like Italian.
It's funny actually because my cousin married a Greek, and he goes to my cousin, what's bello? Like, why is Christian always says bello? And she's like, he goes, what's it mean? She's like, it's like beautiful. I'm like, it's like beautiful. What? Because everyone beautiful. He goes, I would never say that. She's like, yeah, but Christian, the way Christian, it's different, and it is like, the way I say it to everyone. But obviously I'm not saying it's still beautiful.
It's like, and again, like ethnic slang, it's different.
Yes.
Its vibe's different.
100%.
It's not. You're not going to say "Hey, cutie" or "Hey."
Yeah. It's like, but that's for the masculine. Bello's masculine. Bella.
Like
little Miss Bella there.
Bella.
Underscore 69 there.
Do
you want to say a few or?
Me. Oh, you.
Next one is Chich.
Chich.
I feel like a lot of people say Chich.
Chich is very
sort of like bro.
Yeah.
Chich is that like friend in Italian, but it's very common. And I did like a video about chitching out, like how this I had this Aussie. He was on. So I work on construction, and I said I'll say chich to him over the phone. I say to him, no matter mate, you can be some Indian that's delivering. I'll be like, oh chich, come here. Oh bello, I call him bello. No, the other trades are like laughing. And then, so this guy, he obviously thought, chich, he's might be chich. So when he rang me, he's like, oh, how you going, chich? And I said, "Oh, hey, bro, how are you?" It was weird for an Aussie to say chich. And he kept saying chich. I'm like, fuck, this guy's chiching out. He's chiching out hard. I gotta leave him. I can't throw a chich in now because if I throw in a chich,
he's gonna keep going.
Yeah, society overdoses with chiches. So let's just leave it. I'll just be there for him, and then
That's why you can't open the. I mean, you can open the door to words like that to Aussies because they just fucking don't know how to use it.
they'll like hang on to it. Yeah, so it was every second word, chich.
My favorite, and this probably like. Again, we'll elaborate on it, but when you're in the video, it's a bit of a
Tsa-tsa, yeah, you gotta love it. That's the I think the one that's everyone loves is
100%.
tsa-tsa.
Yeah.
Tsa-tsa is literally that. Me growing up my whole life, it was everyone know like as soon as like a song would come on, and the beat, I'd just go for the beat line saying tsa 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 tsa. And then like from that it was like flicking the wrist, and then like now it's like tsa.
Love it.
Gotta go for a tsa. Yeah.
Love it. And lastly, one of my favorites as well is the Mudandis.
Giovanni Mordandi, yeah. So Mordandi's undies.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So I just incorporated Giovanni, and the girls wanted to give him their Mordandi, so. Because I saw that video, I came across the video of that girl sitting at a cafe with her Mordandis.
Bro, that's the next question. Where the fuck do you get these videos from? You can't disclose.
Can't disclose. Look,
that's fine.
I don't care. I just literally I'll just find them. Like I don't actually. There's nothing specific where
they just pop up.
Whatever will pop up. Like you probably could come past 100 of them, and in your mind you don't think about it. When I see it differently. And I'll save that, and I'll make sure I can create from that.
I'd love to see your algorithm on your reels.
I wonder what your like For You page looks like on TikTok. Fucking twisted, bro. It's like Italians making sandwiches, a bunch of girls in underwear. Like it's just twisted shit.
These Colombians with like big gulos just walking through the street. Like it's crazy.
Oh,
that's so funny.
Guys at train stations and shit.
Yeah.
What? Oh, okay. So we've got to wrap up.
A little segment on red flags in women.
And this is obviously in correlation with like your Miss Bella's characters as well and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or this is just general red flags in relationships as well, I think.
Yeah, I'm happy to. Yeah, let's do it.
Just do it. Just to wrap it up on a bit of a laugh.
Yeah. So you're gonna say, and I'm gonna say if it's a red flag.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Is it like an ick?
It's a general discussion.
Yeah.
So you're in a relationship, but they go out every weekend. That's for me.
Definitely red flag.
That's a red.
Yeah, she's staying at Argaza, mate. She's got to stay at home, and she's making sure everything's all right at Argaza. That's the main thing.
I'm not going to say that one.
I'm saying it.
Go.
The next one is when the fromage smells like fromage. Is that a red flag?
Poor women hygiene, essentially.
Because your fromage should not smell like fromage.
Yeah, like I know you like me calling you fromage, but don't get too fucking realistic about it.
Because if it smells like blue cheese.
Blue vein, nah, that's gone. Yeah, poor things.
People who don't drink coffee.
Or girls that don't drink coffee.
Or girls that don't drink coffee.
Look. As long as she's making my coffee. That to me, if she can drink 3,000 coffees, but if she's not making my coffee, then red flag. See you later.
Love it. Social media stalking.
They can look as much as they want.
Cool.
They want to suss the Vincenz.
Yeah, everyone wants to suss a bit of Vincenz.
Leaving people on red.
Yeah. Depends on the person you're leaving on red. If they're breaking them, but I guess that's a bit of a red flag.
I would probably say that's a red flag.
Yeah, I'd say that's a red flag.
Especially if you're actually talking to someone.
100%. Yeah, that's the thing. Like if you've already started, you don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, if you've just like sent the initial message and they don't
even know who the hell you are.
Yeah. Suck it up, take it. People who use Apple Music.
Apple Music?
Yeah, but I don't know why. There's just this general...
I'm not a massive...
music...
I'm a massive music
I know you're a massive music fan.
I'm not massive... iPhone necessarily. I know they're good for cameras, but I'm more Samsung because I probably wouldn't be able to do half the shit I do if I was purely on an iPhone.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
They're too restricted.
Women who I would say people who wear shorts in winter. Is that a red flag?
Nah, not a red flag, but I like if they wear the big boots with the shorts. You know those big come fuck me boots. You know,
Come fuck me boots.
those ones. They're wearing shorts in winter with them. Go for it.
The fromage boots.
Oh yeah.
That was sort of it to wrap up on, but I really do want to thank you so much for coming out.
It's been awesome.
Thank you for Thank you for your story as well. It's really good, and I think especially too for our, our listeners as well who. Go on.
Go on.
No, go on. What are you going to say?
You're both excited. Yeah.
Nah, there's this thing where he always cuts me off.
Yeah, for the past 2.5 years.
I've noticed you've done it like, oh no, you go. No, oh, should I go? No, thanks for that. No. That's what works, part. I like it.
No, again, it's something I've said on like multiple episodes before. But again, people probably look at your socials and go, "Fuck, Vincenz, mad cunt, he's doing all this shit." But that nobody knows that,
and that's
nobody knows you're in a dark place, going through the shit.
And that's why I wanted, because I want people to understand that it's okay to be a sick cunt, and all that. Like, but at the end of the day,
we've got battles, man.
We've all got battles, and everyone's got feelings as well. Like, to be as humble and genuine of a person is the most important in life. I don't like the whole fact of people thinking that it's just all about being a sick cunt. No, it's not. You got to be. You got to be. You got to be. So just treat everyone really respectfully, and understand that everyone is going through something in their life. Like, everyone has got something that, and you don't want to add on any negativity to their life where it can effectively come to a bad situation. So that's why.
I think one thing I'd like to say as well is that for someone like yourself, I think a big message that people can take home is like, if you're going through shit, it's like you have to see past it, and you can overcome and do great things.
Yeah.
Whether it be financially, whether it be studying a career, whatever it is.
If it's all of them in together, financially start, because I was almost like that. I was that. I had lost everything. Let's say, so I had nothing, and if you can literally come from nothing. If you just find something, you will find something. Yeah. Just
as
keep
long
battling.
as you take baby steps, man.
Yeah, don't try to think too far ahead. That's what people, they'll be like, oh. And what's hard for me is like, you look at your grandparents. I know you wanted to wrap up, but it's like,
no, it's fine.
Go.
It's just more like, I feel like what was the hardest for me to accept is like, let's say, my nonno and nonna looking at me and sort of feeling like I haven't made them proud. I feel like that as much as my mum as well, but mainly my nonna and my nonno, because that for them that's we us grandkids are like
in our culture,
and like my nonna coming up to me like still to we want to see you get married, we want to see. Like, no, what do you want me to do? Like, don't put that pressure on me now. I'm not going to just go marry any fromage. You know what I mean? I'm happy. I'm honestly happy, but there would be no Vincenz if whatever happened didn't happen. So things happen for reasons, 100%. And I just accepted it, and just got to accept what's happened as well. That's the hardest thing.
Does Big Vincenz want to wrap us up?
All right. All right. So thanks, boys, as well. All right. And no way. Is that? Nah, couldn't be. Is that Big Vincenz leaving the boys, Michael and Kareem? All right. Let's do it.
Love it.
Thank you, guys. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. And if you haven't already, be following Big Vincenz on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.